Hey guys, I'm Al Washington, and welcome to my Mystical Laws podcast. I'm here with a brand new author as well as a new online store owner, Charlie Nyberg. And Charlie, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Charlie. I own the Alibi Room bookstore, and I just released in October my first novel in a series that's called Daughter of Ash and Iron. And I'm really excited to be here, and I really appreciate Al taking her time and talking with me about this.
Of course, absolutely, Charlie. Thank you again for definitely coming on. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So who or what gave birth of you creating the Alibi Room? What inspired you to create it? And I love the website, by the way. That's how I reached out to you. Love the gothic, dark tone of the stories that we grow up as children that we loved. So what inspired you creating the Alibi Room?
So it really came from just pure exhaustion of working your typical 9 to 5, working for other people all the time and relying on
Oh,
them to make smart decisions. And yeah, that. So I was like, well, I got to figure something out because I still need money, but I don't want to work, normal job. So let's give this a try. And this is what we've developed so far. So hopefully it catches traction, and gets me out of that 9 to 5.
I hear that, Charlie. No true words have spoken. Trust me on that, as I know as creators. When you're working for somebody else, you don't want to do it. It's like you're dredging. Yeah, trust me. I know exactly what that feels like. Trust me on that. So, with that being said, I mean, how's it going with the Alibi Room? How's it, like I said, is there any unique popular item that you sold so far? How's the store? You don't have to go into too much detail. Like, how's it going overall? Is it
It's going very well so far. It is slow. I can see why like a lot of people start this and then they just quit because it's the waiting, the patience, the fixing little tiny things that might be causing some friction points that keep people from buying and like all this other stuff. So I've definitely learned a lot coming into this. I had no knowledge of how to run a website at all when I started this. I have had surprisingly one person that has been consistent for like 5 months has been buying at least a couple of things
nice?
every month, which is awesome.
Nice.
And she's been buying the most I've seen are typically like the blankets was a really big thing, especially during like Christmas time. Right now, I've had some traction with the Alice in Wonderland themed collection I have going on right now. So those are the couple of things that I've seen a lot of people kind of buy from here recently. I don't have too many people that have bought yet, but we're working on that. So
No, that's okay. Absolutely not. But again, like you just said, you're living your dream. You may not, whatever, millionaire, whatever, but at least like you just said, because I know how it is. Trust me, when we want to create, write, whatever, and it's like working for somebody else and dealing with a job hunt, trust me, I know exactly what that is. But I know what you mean, especially starting your own business, that most people, I guess, kind of quit within the first 90 days,
mhm.
because it is very difficult. So, not difficult, just depending on, like I said, but you really got to hustle and everything else like that. So
Yeah, exactly. It's the patience part, and we live in such a world of immediate gratification right now that it's even harder for people to kind of sit there and be like, okay, so I'm not getting as much return on it as I would like at this moment in time. Do I keep pushing forward or do I just give up altogether? And I'm at the
right.
point where I'm so motivated to just get out of working for other people that I'm like, I gotta push through this. We got this. Like
I hear that, man. You are so right about that, Charlie. Yeah, and we can talk about that on another note. Absolutely. I definitely feel you on that. Trust me. Yeah, it is difficult and it takes a lot. So yeah. But doing your own thing, creating, I think it's beautiful. So yeah, absolutely. But for your Wonderland collection, is there an object that you found the most challenging, menacing, or tragic to create? I love, like I said, the tone, the colors, obviously. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories growing up, and definitely doing it the way I saw, like your mugs. Oh my God, with the Cheshire Cat, the blankets. I love the dark tone. Obviously, Drink Me. Did you find
Mhm.
any one when you're creating the most challenging?
um I would say probably the shirts, to be honest. The tarot shirts that I have up right now, there's four of them, and trying to get each one to where they were similar in design, but also different. I have like the Mad Hatter for one, the Cheshire Cat, I had the White Rabbit for another, and then Alice herself for another one of them. So it's all kind of trying to tell a story just with those four images together. That was a little bit of a challenge.
Okay. Okay. And speaking of which, I think it goes on to my next question. So overall, like I said, with your stores, your Alibi Room, what was the biggest challenge of all when you first created the store? Because I know you said besides working, to do 9 to 5, whatever, like what was the biggest challenge like so far that you had even opening up the store?
Figuring out how to create it. So I used like Shopify, which helped a lot with not having to start completely from scratch and code an entire website. But there was times where I had to go in and create blocks of code for certain things, like the cart drawer when it pulls out and it shows you how much you have left until free shipping and stuff like that. That was all personally coded into there by me. A lot of the animations were as well. And then just trying to figure out the little nuances with Shopify, how it works, that specific type of customization that I have going on for it. That was definitely the hardest part that I started off with.
Really? Oh my God. Nice. Yeah, Shopify. Yeah. I appreciate them. Like I said, I know that you can start like quote unquote for free, maybe for $1 for the first, I think 1 or 3 months
Mm-hmm.
for Shopify. And again, like I said, either you can do like a LLC, which you should be doing later on, but I think it's a good idea even starting as a sole proprietor or doing business as. And also on a side note, because now with Shopify, now DoorDash is doing something. I'm sure you heard about it. Another thing as well, that they're doing something called like Doormash, Doormart or something, kind of like
Yeah.
Shopify, that you
Mm-hmm.
can sell your retail and stuff and everything on there.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I haven't heard about that, so that's new.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I, yeah, I just read about it because, like, yeah, everything's now. I mean, because, like I said, even just in general, people are looking to start their own business. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And definitely doing that. And I give them definitely truly applaud to do that. Yeah.
Oh, for
Versus
sure.
as, oh, yeah, exactly. Instead of hustling and, you know, everybody with the economy, like I said, not to go into detail, the economy is all over the place. And now
Hmm.
people are talking about going to humanize AI robots and et cetera, et cetera. So it's, yeah, very
Right.
rough time right now. So for that. So Charlie, do you have any upcoming trends or mystery like literature that you're looking to add to Alibi Room?
Um, I'm kind of debating. I know actually somebody that hand makes soaps like from scratch, so I might be integrating that onto there in the future at some point. I've kind of played around with a few other ideas, but none of them are really stuck yet. So I'm still kind of doing a little bit of research, looking into what I can do without kind of overwhelming it as well. Because if I have too many products, there's too many options for people to pick from, and that's another friction point as well. So
And how long has your store been up? I know it's been like a couple of years.
not quite. It's been up about 7.5 months now. The day it opened was September 1st of last year. So
Nice, congratulations. Okay, absolutely for that. And regarding your new brand new store, also you are a brand new author. For again, like you said, your first book for Daughters in Ash and Iron. Your Flameborn Chronicle series. How was that? What inspired you to create the first your book series for that?
So I love Greek mythology. I love the Spartan thing. I've always been interested in it for years and years and years. And I realized like women didn't have a huge part as far as like fighting went, being active duty, military kind of things go. But they did have a very strong purpose of being there. So I decided to kind of make it a little bit more of feminine hero type stuff going on because they're very underrepresented in Spartan history, I think, and even in Greek mythology a bit. So I kind of blended those two together, and this is what came of it. So I was very happy with how it turned out, especially for the first time. So
Absolutely. No, and definitely congratulations for that. I know it was definitely a challenge, always starting with a book series for that. Okay. Definitely. And again, once again, congratulations.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Charlie, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you, your website, your socials?
Yeah, so I have the website itself is the alibiroombookstore.com. Pretty simple. If you even Google it, it'll pop up on Google. I think is like the first search result, but you have to put the whole thing in there. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Now I actually just recently added TikTok on there as well.
Nice.
I also have Facebook and Instagram for the book as well. And you can find the book on the website, but it's through Amazon. So you can find the book on Amazon. It's on Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, all that fun stuff as well.
Okay, absolutely. Well, thank you. And Charlie, thank you again for, like I said, hanging out with me in my loft. So everybody, you guys know where to find Charlie. Check out her beautiful online store website, The Alibi Room, as well as her first book series for Daughters in Ash and Iron, the Flameborn Chronicles. So definitely be able to check that out. So, Charlie, thank you again and congratulations again. And I will see everybody next time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.